Hey guys, it's Christoph from TapTech, and today we are going to unbox the new Lenovo Yoga Tablet 2 Pro 13. So we have all three devices here, all three sizes, so there are more. For example, you can get those devices also with Windows pre-installed instead of Android. Those versions will be available starting in December. There will be also a 13-inch version with Windows in US and in China. So if you're living in Europe, I'm sorry, this version will maybe come later next year to Europe. But in US and China it will be available with Windows, but then it won't have the Pico projector inside or the beamer. So probably this is the best feature inside the 13-inch tablet, so you have to go for the Android version. So let's start to talk about these devices. They are great. The first generation have been already great. They are coming with this special design. So as you can see here, you can hold it very well in your hand. So do that. It's also a bit bigger, but you get this integrated kickstand. Also in the second generation, you have a wider angle. So you can just put it on the wall or something like that. You have the hole here, so just get a nail and then put it on the wall. So probably it's useful for you. Otherwise, I love the kickstand that you can put it on the table. Here on the 8 and the 10-inch version, you won't be able to adjust the angles here, so you can just use them here. But here this one is more fixed, so if you want to use it like this and you touch a lot, so it will come down, as you can see here. So this won't be the thing here on the 13-inch model. Why? That's what we're going to show you a bit later. And then all devices are coming with an Intel Atom C3745 CPU, so it's 64-bit enabled. You get 2 gigs of RAM and 16 or 32 gigs of RAM. And then also you will be able to buy the LTE version, which isn't much more expensive. So the price here in Europe is $229 for the 8-inch version, $299 for the 10-inch version, so both with Wi-Fi only. And then the LTE version will just cost 50 euros more. So prices can vary by country or also in the US. But then here the 13-inch version will cost $499 or $599 with LTE. So great prices for great devices. But the thing here on the second generation, they have built in a better display. So it's now coming with a resolution of 1920 by 1200 or by 1080. And then you will also have here a same great battery life. So you get about 18 hours on those two devices, on the 8-inch and the 10-inch one, while you get about 15 hours on the 13-inch device. So still a very good battery life in comparison to other tablets. But you have a higher weight of about 419 grams in comparison to 690 grams. And then you will have a weight here of about 960 grams, which is a lot, but don't forget you get a 13-inch device. And here also a new thing is the 1.6 megapixel front camera and a new 8 megapixel camera on the back. So if you're getting the LTE version, you will have a micro SD slot here, as well a micro SIM slot, sorry, and the micro SD card slot here under this cover. So you can also extend your internal memory, which is great. So you don't have to pay that much money just to extend your memory. And yeah, then we want to also start with the unboxing of the 13-inch one, so we can also tell you the differences to the other devices. So here we go. Just get rid of it, and then we will have here the 13-inch device. We're going to talk to you about this later. And then we have here, for example, we have the charger. We have also the micro USB cable to charge the device. You get the warranty card as well as the quick start guide. And yeah, you get a JBL headset. So this one only is worth about 80 to 100 euros or dollars. So those ones should be very great with very good sound quality. So it's really great that Lenovo just puts that in the box. So it's quite great, but this one is only available on the 13-inch device. So you won't get them here on the 8 and the 10-inch device. But still, very useful. We are going to talk about that more in the full review, how those are doing in the tests. And then for sure we have to talk about the tablet. So as you can see here, 13 inch is a lot, but you get also great features. For example, you have a higher res display with 2560 by 1440, so you get a higher res in comparison to the other tablets, but for sure you also have a bigger screen. But for that also it's coming with an IPS screen, and it's just amazing. Viewing angles are very good, so they're very stable, and also colors are looking great here on the display. It also has a JBL surround system inside. Here you have the front speakers, so it's great for watching movies. It's same on the other devices, but those are from JBL. And you get a woofer on the back, as you can see here, where is also the 8 megapixel camera integrated. And then you get here a button to open the kickstand, so you don't have to do it with your fingers. That's also different to the 8 and the 10 inch device. So you only will have this button on the bigger 13 inch model. But then you can also just adjust the kickstand every angle you want, so that it comes up to this angle, and you can put it also on the wall. So that's also nice. And then the big thing here is the projector inside. As you can see here, we have a projector integrated, and it's coming with a resolution of 720p. It's quite great. We tried it already. So it also adjusts the picture or the video when you get a different angle. For example, if you're not projecting the movie straight to the wall, it just adjusts the picture that it is coming out straight. And in terms of brightness, it is working very well in dark rooms. It is also working with a bit more light. So for integrated Pico projector, this one is doing a great job, but we're going to talk about that more in the full review. Maybe we should also talk about the software. All devices are coming with Android 4.4.2, so it's not the latest version, but we hope that Android Lollipop is coming to those devices soon, especially to the Intel Atom C3745 SoC, which is 64-bit enabled. Then you will get some software enhancements in terms of the performance with Android Lollipop, which is supporting 64-bit. Otherwise, the software isn't the fastest one we have ever seen. So it is kind of responsive, but sometimes you will find some lags in the OS. And here also some adjustments. As you can see here on top, we will have the notifications. But when you go from the bottom to the top, you will get the quick settings. So it's just like iOS. I prefer this way from the bottom to the top. So it's just a bit better to navigate. Otherwise, you will have some pre-installed apps. And what I have already seen is that not every app is, or not every setting is optimized for this big screen. But you get a nice little feature, which is multi-window. So you can use, for example, the email app here on the screen, and then put the gallery on the left side. For example, you can change also the size, so it's kind of like on the Samsung devices. This is also available on the 8 and on the 10 inch version. So just to mention this feature here in our unboxing video. So we're going to talk about those devices in the full review, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give us a thumb up.